So hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial, and in this one I'm going to show you how you can dual boot Windows and macOS 10 in a single drive in your laptop or in your PC. So let's actually get into it. So guys, before getting into the video, you need some files, and I will give all the links for the files in the description below. It's a direct download Google Drive link. You don't need to worry, and it's not actually the links of the website for you to go and download. It's actually the direct links. You can go and download them, so you don't have to worry about going and searching for the operating systems and other software. So first of all, you need Transmac. Actually, that is the software that is going to help us for creating the bootable macOS Yosimite thumb drive. And second of all, you need of course the macOS Yosemite DMG file, or I'm just gonna say the Yosemite ISO file, just so you guys can understand what I am telling, what DMG file means. And the next is the Windows ISO image file. Then sorry for creating the Windows bootable pen drive. I think I'm not going to do that because a lot of I think most of you guys know how to create a bootable pen drive, Windows bootable pen drive. So I'm going to skip that. And next you need multi-beast. Now multi-beast is actually helps us to install drivers when we have finished installing Mac, and in Mac we need drivers to work it properly, to work it with our installed hardware in our laptop. So, and for installing the bootloader, which is going to help us dual boot between Mac and Windows. So let's actually get into this process over here. First of all, now let me tell you guys, I had already created the bootable thumb drive, so I'm just gonna show you the process. I'm not actually going to create the bootable thumb drive now because I have already done it. So first of all, you need the software and run it as administrator, because when your pen drive is connected and you need to format and restore it, which requires administrative privileges. So just click on run as administrator so that it gets the administrative privileges. And one more thing guys, this is a trial version, so you have to wait for about 8-10 seconds. In the full version you don't need to do anything, but in the trial version you have to wait for about 5-10 seconds. And now as you can see, the run button is highlighted. Now you're going to click on that. Once you click on that, as you can see in the left I'm gonna walk through you guys because I told you I have already created the bootable pen drive for Mac. So click on this and just type any name. Even if you don't have anything, it won't actually matter. And then restore with a disk image. Now when you click on this option, another pop will come, as I told you before, to choose our disk image from the computer in our computer. So just click on that, and you can just click on the three dots option in the rightmost corner of the bar. And when you click on that, it will show another open pop-up where you have to select the disk image. Now I have created the bootable pen drive in another device where the processor is the same, but now the disk image is not with me in this because I'm going to format this device, so I actually backed it up. So accidentally, sorry guys, I'm not going to create the bootable pen drive because I have already done it. So once you have finished creating your, just select it and click on open and you'll be fine. And that's it. And now just close this. Now here it's showing this error message. It's because I didn't do it, so I already done it. So let's go and restart my computer, and I will see you guys in my mobile camera showing the next step, that is actually installing macOS Sierra from the bootable pen drive. So let's see over there guys. So as you can see guys, I'm in my mobile camera, and so I'm about to go and restart my computer so that we could go and install macOS Yosemite. So let's actually get into it. Click on, I'm going to restart this computer. That's why I searched from I cannot record while I am restarting guys. So let's go and restart my computer. Now I'm gonna click on start, go to power options over here and click on restart. And as you can see, my devices are now restarting, my laptop is restarting. And for your information guys, I'm using a Toshiba laptop which came with a 2 gigs of RAM. And now I'm going to plug in my pen drive. As I show you over there, I'm going to plug in my pen drive, and let's see. whether it will boot or not. It should boot, guys, without any kind of issue at all. Because if you have done the process correctly, like plugging it, first formatting it, then restoring it with the DMG file, if you've done everything correctly. So I plugged in my pen drive now, and now let's see what's I'm gonna wait till the device restarts. So when the device restarts, I'm gonna smash F12 because that will take me to the boot menu, and so that I could access the bootable. Now let's go and select the external thumb drive over here. So as you can see, I moved to that option and I'm going to click enter. Now when I press enter, it's going to take me to the default bootloader that is already pre-installed in the macOS, which was created by the Hackintosh's own website. So it's pre-installed. Now over here you need to type a bit of a command. Now that is actually to enable and disable the graphics drivers in your computer. Now the thing over here is that so as you can see over here, the first is the Yosimite zone, which is my pen drive. The second is the system reserved, and the third is my Windows file. So as I told you before, we need to type in a boot flag so that we could boot into the Yosimite zone setup. So if you're using an Intel computer, a lot of people might say that if you're using an Intel computer, you don't need to do anything. You just click on Yosimite zone to go, but it's not wrong. Even Intel CPUs have issues because these DMG files are created by developers, so they can make errors. So to solve that, we type it with boot flag. So as you can see, -v, which actually means to verbose. Verbose means actually boots. It actually shows all the boot process in the while installing. So that is one boot flag. Then we have another boot flag, which is actually -x, which is also a boot flag if you're having this issue called as what you can say, this kernel panic. To know about here is actually, laptops have integrated NVIDIA graphics driver. So what I'm going to do, just first of all, I'm going to type the command. So as I told you, -v is actually for the verbose. That means it will, and it's written above, as you can see, -v, and press enter to start up with diagnostic messages, and for the question mark to press enter to learn about the advanced editor. So I'm going to press the question mark, and it's going to go with -v so that it shows me every boot process that's going to take place. And next what I'm going to type is actually a GraphicsEnabler equals no. Now why do I type this is actually but we have to type now we are typing it as no. Because now what does this GraphicsEnabler means? Now GraphicsEnabler means it's actually the boot. We are telling the booting process that I don't have a external graphics driver, so you don't need to use any you don't have an external graphics driver. So that's what we say from this command. So that is a GraphicsEnabler, GraphicsEnabler, and make sure that the spellings are correct and the caps are at the beginning, and GraphicsEnabler equals no. That means, as I told you before, we don't, especially laptops don't have an external graphics driver, so we have to type this boot flag. And next what you're going to type is actually IGPEnabler equals yes. Now IGP means on-board graphics driver. So as any laptop in the market actually has a graphics driver which is integrated to their motherboard. So for doing that, we're going to type this command, that is IGPEnabler equals yes. So but still guys, there are cases where even in laptop you have to type -v GraphicsEnabler equals no. So over here you can actually test whether this command is working for you. If this is not, type the vice versa, that is -v GraphicsEnabler equals yes and IGPEnabler equals no. So try reversing it. Even though you may be using a laptop, sometimes laptops with integrated NVIDIA graphics drivers will be taken as an external graphics driver. So that you have to type the boot flag in the opposite manner. So I don't know why. It's actually this issue is mainly with the NVIDIA integrated motherboard graphics. But if you have an Intel, I think this is going to be working for you guys. Now I have an NVIDIA graphics driver, but I'm trying this out so that whether it will work or not. Now we only have to type this command over here. here. So I'm going to type in IGPEnabler equals yes over here, and I'm going to press enter. So the moment I press enter, as I told you, the -1 command will take place. That means it will show all the commands, all the process in depth detail by giving us a written format of the installation process in this long text wall like thing. You just don't need to do anything else. So I'm just going to click on enter now, and you should be good to go. Now if you guys didn't, yes, and IGPEnabler. So as you can see over here, this as I told you, this huge text thing is saying it's loading, and you don't have to do anything. Let it go, let it work. Now let it keep on going, and I'm telling you, if you're having an AMD CPU, type it /AM2, and if you're having a HP laptop, you have this type /HP. Now these are the common problems a lot of computer face. That's why I'm just telling these boot flags to you guys. So let's actually so as you can see over here, as I told you before, this a lot of things going up. You don't need to do anything over here. At the last, you will be going to the welcome screen, not welcome screen, at the initial phase of the setup. From there, we have to go on. Now it's going to take a bit of time, guys. It essentially depends upon your computer. For me, it's not going to take that much time, but still, it will take. As you can see, in some places, it will be stuck. Don't worry, guys. You may think, oh, everything's gone, but if it's stuck there for more than 15 minutes, guys, then you have an error. So as you can see over here, we are at the initial beginning of the setup, and this is telling us to choose a language. Now you may see this huge black thing at the beginning. Now why this happens is that we actually disabled our graphics driver, so it's actually the onboard graphics driver that's working now, so that's why it's pretty hanging. But you don't need to worry, it's nothing is going to affect you at all. So click on English, use English as my main language, and click on the arrow just below that, and next you will go to this another window, and you have to be patient, guys, sometimes. So as you can see over here, this is the Hacking.zone OS 10, and this is not the actual Yosemite file. It's a modified Yosemite files by Hacking.zone. I will be so I told you I'll be dual booting. So go to this utilities, and in this utilities, now we're going to create a partition for Windows and a Mac. First of all, we need to format the main hard disk in the GUID partition format so that we can actually install Mac. Now, Mac operating systems will be only installed in hard disk which actually is in the format of GUID partition. So just click on your main drive, click on erase, then go over here in the format section, select on MacOS extended journal. Now you have to select this one, guys, and name, you can give any name you want. I'm gonna give the name over here. Let's say I'm gonna type a nice name. I'm gonna type in over here. Let's say Swag OX 10. Yeah, I think that's the OX 10. Okay, so that I think that's enough. So just click on erase at the right bottom over there, that you click on erase and click on erase again, and your partition for Mac will be created soon. So now for creating a bootable Windows and Mac OS machine, you will have to first install Mac and then install Windows, guys. I forgot to say that at the beginning, but first you have to install Mac and then you have to install Windows. So so as you can see, that's why I erased the complete hard drive of my single hard drive first into Mac format, then I am going to make one for Windows. I will show you how you do that. Now go to partitions, and as you can see over here, now it's quite bright, guys. Now you can see. So as you can see over here in the partition, go below and click on the plus sign, now which actually divides our main hard disk into two equal partitions with the Swag OS 10, which one we created, and the another with Windows. Now I'm going to give a bit more to Windows because I will be using Windows more than OS 10 because I do a bit of gaming, so I prefer Windows more than Mac. So as you can see, 192 gig. Let's do one thing. Let's give about a 200 gig. So let's give it about 200 gig. So I'm gonna type in over here 200. So that's it. I'm gonna give it 200 gig and click on, and then you need to click on the next another partition that we just created and just change the name from that to the default one to Windows, or you can give a name you want, guys. It actually depends upon you. I'm gonna give it Windows, just OWS. Okay, Windows. And next I'm gonna change the format from Windows. Actually don't use macOS extended journal. They actually use the format MS-DOS FAT. Now MS-DOS FAT is actually equal to NTFS, which is actually equal to legacy. So that is what we're going to select. We're going to select MS-DOS FAT and we're going to click on apply so that we can create the two partitions for. So once we click on apply, then we have successfully created two partition one for Mac and also created another partition for Windows. So now once that is complete, so you can see below how the progress is going on down there, and as you can see Windows and OS 10, and both of them should be complete by now. Yes, it is complete. So we have successfully completed in creating the, so as you can see Windows and Mac. So now let's close this utility and continue with the installation over here. Click on continue, and these, now here you need to read this, guys, because over here the developer, that is Naresh, has actually given some of the problems that you face while installing this, some of the common issues that you may face while installing this developed operating system that may include, so there are these minimum requirements. You need about 4 gigs of RAM, you need 10 gigs of hard disk space, back up all your data before doing this, and if you are stuck at the PSI configuration error, you'll have to type that boot file that npci is equal to 0 into 300 or npci 0 into 300, 200 or 300. So this is a really important thing, you guys. If you want to note it in any kind of paper, just note it now. And if you go below, you will see another issue that sometimes you won't be able to log into the one, and here you say use the username root. So guys, when you're over here, now what you gotta do is actually go to the customization, click on the arrow below the bootloader options and select the option do not install a bootloader. So why I did this, guys, because we are going to install another bootloader using multi-beat, so when we install both there will be a chance of error. So once that is done, you're gonna go, and if you want you can go and select this. It's optional, and to show, as you can see, if you go down there's an option to show the battery percentage, so click on that also. So once you have selected both the options, once that is done, then if you can go and check whether if we want any other components, so that no need all of that. So make sure that you have selected do not install a bootloader, because as I told you, you're going to install a bootloader from multi-beast, so don't do the very important step. Click on accept and then select the hard drive that we just created for Mac and click on continue. And as you can see over here, the installation process for macOS Yosimite has just started, and I'm gonna be back when the installation process is complete, guys. I'll be back when the computer restarts, and then we have to go to our hard disk. So guys, now as you can see over here, I'm back over here. My computer actually restarted, and now you don't need to do anything. Don't write any boot flag. Just click on the hard drive on which you install the Yosemite. And let it do its trick. And so as you can see over here, we have booted into this white kind of thing. And okay, now I think the loading screen should appear, loading bar should appear, and once the loading bar appears, and it should finish loading, and as you can see over here, this loading bar appears without an Apple logo, which is fine, guys. You don't need to worry about it. It's actually because the developers had some kind of an issue. Maybe the developers forgot to put the logo. I really don't know what's going to happen. So just fingers crossed. I hope it goes without any kind of an issue over here. So the loading bar is almost going to be finished. I hope that it won't get stuck at the now anything could go wrong if my PSI config, my drivers won't be compatible, or if anything could go wrong. So I have my fingers crossed. I hope that everything will be fine over here. Now let's see. Staying a bit of time because it's going to take a bit of time now. Let's see. Okay, I really do love that rainbow thing circling the loading screen thing. So as you can see over here, the loading screen has finished, and we are at the welcome screen now. So everything is congratulations to all. If you guys reach here, congratulations to you. You have done everything correctly, and now you can go and install Yosemite in your device. So just select the country on which you live. It's not necessary that you select your own country. It doesn't matter at all. If you want, you can go. It's there. Just click on show all, and you will be able to see your country. Now over here, I'm thinking whether to choose India or not. Well, I'll just click on choose and I'll click on next. And over here, select a keyboard. Just keep it as default. Now here, my computer is not connected to since I'm using a laptop. I can't do this. I cannot connect to the Ethernet. So don't worry, we will install the Wi-Fi drivers later. So don't answer. You just need to install the Wi-Fi drivers. There will be a lot of tutorials on how to install the Wi-Fi driver. So over here, if you can, you should actually the term and condition, but I'm just gonna pass those really quick. So we are at the create a computer account page. Now over here, what you're gonna do is actually type in a name. Now for me, I'm gonna type in this one. I'm gonna type I'm gonna type just a minute, guys. Okay, so Explorer, and so the account name will be the exact copy of that in I think in lowercase. I don't know. So it will type in a password, and I'm gonna type that, and then next I'm gonna verify my password over here at the right side, and now I'm gonna give a hint. I'm gonna give a hint. Okay, that's it. Click on next, and your account will be created, guys. And now you should be able to see your now if you guys want this, just keep it, but for me, I don't want it's some kind of privacy issue kind of thing. It actually sends data from your computer to the Mac services, so actually shares data from your computer, and I don't think that's right. So I checked it. Now as you can see, it's setting up your Mac now, and it's checked everything, and everything is fine. I hope that it's telling the truth. Okay, so let's go and see whether we have entered into the group. So yes, we are here, and as you can see, this is the Yosemite official wallpaper that we have over there. And yes, we are over here, and congratulations to you guys. We have successfully finished installing macOS Yosemite, but still we are not complete yet. Now if I click on this Apple logo, I know I have some settings which I prefer. If you guys want it, you can just go to this Apple logo over here, go to system preferences. These are actually my settings, guys. If you want, you can have them. If you don't want, don't have to do that. And just go to darks. I hate this large dark over here. It's huge, man. So it's gonna reduce the size of the dark, and I'm gonna enable magnification. Yep, I think that's too small. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. Okay, there. Yep, just okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it some bit. Okay, just then click on magnification option over here, and I'm just gonna magnify. I'm gonna check it. No, that's not enough. Just do that. Okay, that's much better, but maybe a bit more. So you will see this kind of a pop-up at the right corner of your screen. Now one more thing, guys, don't shut down your computer now, because things are setting up in your background. Don't, as you can see, repairing permissions. It's actually updating the caches at the background of your Mac. So if you restart now, you won't be able to boot your Mac again. So please wait. Just keep your computer on. Go for a drink or go for a coffee or something like that. Just wait till the pop-up till the pop-up comes say that the installation was successful. You have been so a successful pop-up will come. Just still wait till that. So that's it, guys. So guys, I'm back again, and now what you're gonna do is actually go and install Multibeast. Now, as I told you before, Multibeast is going to help us do both Windows and Mac at the Windows and Mac. So that's going to help us do that. So let's go and install multi-beast now, so that now don't actually go and install multi-beast right away. Now we actually going to install the drivers in multi-beast, not the bootloader. So go and select the driver on which you have multi-beast. So in case I have in this one, I'm gonna plug in my pen drive, and as you can see, I'm searching for multi-beast over here. Oh yeah, there is it. Just drag it in your desktop and minimize it now. Just you can see it's copying. Just wait till it copy. It should be done, and as you can see the zip file, just double click on it so that it extracts the file into the zip gets extracted. Yes, as you can see, this is the folder. Double click on the folder and you see this multi-beast application. Double click on that and just go and open. You don't need to worry, it's not any kind of a virus or something like that. So this is the application that I was talking about. Now don't go and install the bootloader right away, guys. Now we are going to just install the essential drivers over here. Now, so as you can see, just click on drivers, and in audio, for me, I'm going to select universal, and beneath universal, I'm going to select the option Voodoo HD version 2.7.3. For me, it's that it works for me. So once you select that option, and next go to this, I have nothing over here. Go to graphics, nothing. Mac, makes nothing. If you want, you can select the USB 3.0 option if you want, but I'm gonna select that. So once you select that, just go to network. We have nothing over here. These are actually Ethernet options. We actually need to install the Wi-Fi drivers. You can find a tutorial in the internet on how to install Wi-Fi drivers in Yosimite, and so let's go and see that. Consider one thing, guys, this is 2018, and we are using Yosemite. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so let's actually let's see if we have anything over here. Nah, nothing. So nothing is over here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so nothing there, and okay, so there's nothing. Now you just have to go and click on just checking everything's right. Go and click on build and make sure that your hard drive is selected. Click on install, click on agree, and once you click on agree, you need to provide your admin password. I'm just going to provide my admin password over here, so I'm going to type in. Don't install the bootloader now, guys, because next step is actually going to install the Windows 10 ISO image file. So if you install it now itself, it won't work. So just go on and let the installation go on, guys. Let it go on, let it install all the drivers that you need to work macOS without any kind of an issue. So let it work, let multi-beast do its thing. Just be patient, again be patient, guys. You may be thinking why it is so slow. It's literally I have disabled the graphics driver, so I have to re-enable it. Once I re-enable it, everything will be okay. This one as well. So as you can see, it's installing the audio driver that I selected, and it's gonna wait, and it's gonna be awesome. So as you can see, we are almost there. And as you can see, install succeeded. So once you see this tick mark over here, you're clean, you're good to proceed, guys. Now just click on the cross. Let's close the multi-beast application over here, and now we can go and shut down our computer so that we can go and install Windows 10 in our computer. So let's go and do that, guys. So I am going to restart my computer now. I have clicked on restart, and since I clicked restart, there's this thing. You don't need to do anything over here. Let it do its thing. So it's restarting now, and it's restarting, and now what you do is actually go and for me it's as I told you before, smash on the button which will let you to the boot menu. For me it's F12. Now I have now plugged in the Windows ISO image file. So as you can see, that is the one now showing. So it's a hand disposal blade. Actually it's the same pen drive. I have now made it bootable for Windows. Later I made it for Mac, now I made it for Windows. So I'm going to go and select that, and now Windows, as you can see, it's the Windows logo. Now Windows is loading up, and just go through the normal installation process over here. You don't need to do anything. So let the Windows logo come, and let it work, do its thing, and so and as you can see over here, just the usual way of installing a operating system. It's pretty simple. Just select your language, things like that, and select your time as currency format, your keyboard and input devices. Just click on that all. the usual Windows, then click on next, click on install now. And as you can see, setup is starting. Let it do it straight. Let Windows setup install Windows in your computer now. And as you can see, you will come to this page. And over here, I don't have a product key. You don't need a product key. You can install Windows 10 with without any software. Just click on Windows Control. I'm gonna select that. You can select any OS you want, guys. Click on next. And once you click on next, you will actually go to the license term and condition page. You click on next, and over here you need to be very sure to click on the custom install Windows only advanced option. Click on that, guys. Now here, as you can see a lot of partition. Be careful, guys. Don't format the other partitions than Windows. So Windows is a partition that we created later. So click on format, and so we're gonna format it. Click on OK, and once the format is complete, now we can actually install Windows in it without any kind of an issue. Don't format any other partitions, guys. The other partitions are actually the bootloaders and the macOS files, so you don't have to do anything over there. So just select the partition that we created for Windows, just format it, and just click on next. And then once you click on next, you will continue to the normal Windows 10 installation. I'm just gonna skip that, guys, and I will see you when the installation is complete and we are at the Windows screen. Back over here, and as you can see over here that I am in my Windows 10 desktop over here, and now I'm gonna go and install the graphics driver. Now as you can see over here that my screen resolution is in 800 actually 1280 by 760p, something like that. I really don't know exactly what resolution my screen is at now, but whatever it is, it's stretched. So now I'm going to plug in my pen drive, and I'm going to install my graphics driver. So as you can see over here, this is my graphics driver. I'm going to double click on it and going to install my graphics driver. It will take a bit of time, guys. Be patient again. I'm gonna install the essential drivers now. That actually now all other graphics drivers will be already installed because Windows installation is really great. And so over here, as you can see over here, the pop-up comes, and let's give it time to extract. We are complete, and now the graphics driver installation wizard will pop up now. It should come, and I think it should come by now. And as you can see over here is the NVIDIA graphics driver. It's checking my system for compatibility. Make sure that you download the graphics driver which is compatible for you. You just have to go to the NVIDIA graphics driver website and select the one which is compatible with you. So guys, so let it load, let it find, and as you can see, click on agree and install, and click on agree and install, click on custom and click on next. Don't click on the extra settings, guys. Click on custom advanced, and just we need to go and connect the internet, because sometimes we have to download and install some Microsoft network files. So just click on next, and as you can see, click on the perform a clean installation, click on next, and preparing for installation. As you can see, this is preparing for installation. Now give it time, guys, and once the setup is complete, we will restart, and in restart then we will go and go back to macOS Yosemite. As you guys can see over here that my screen resolution is back to 1366 into 7680, and as you can see over here, my screen resolution has changed drastically. Okay, now let's restart our computer and plug in our pen drive, which contains the earlier which contains the bootable macOS Yosemite, so that we can boot into macOS using pen drive one last time. So guys, I'm back in my macOS Yosemite, and I'm really sorry for the shaky screen now because I have changed my location, so it's pretty hard over here. So here, the next thing that you're gonna do is actually plug in the pen drive which contains multi-piece. Now I don't really have to do this, but if you hadn't, I have already copied multi-piece into this one. But if you still want, if you deleted that, I already have this over here, so I don't really need that. So I just go to multi-piece again, restart the application multi-piece, click on folder and go and double tap in multi-piece, and so we are in again multi-piece. Now we can go and install the bootloader. So go to the quick start. In quick start, I'm gonna select easy beast because I have a legacy, which is a old motherboard. And I go to the bootloader and select Chimera version 4.1.0 and click on install now. So now we are going to install now we will be done with installing the bootloader. And once the installation, now it will ask for the admin password, guys. Just provide the password that you have given to your computer. And again, sorry for the shaky screen. I'm really sorry for that. I just changed my location, so that's what happened for me. So I'm going to type in my password and I'm going to click on install helper. So that's going to be it. It's going to, Multibeast is going to install the bootloader. We can then go and remove our thumb drive and shut down our laptop, and the next time we restart our computer, we will have the option to either to do boot into Windows 10 or to macOS Yosemite. So I'm gonna skip this part where the drivers are getting installed, and I will see you back when it is complete. You can see over here the setup is complete. Multibeast has successfully installed the bootloader into my PC. So I'm gonna close Multibeast, I'm gonna close the application, I'm gonna inject the pen drive, I'm gonna close the folder over here, and I'm going to restart my computer. I'm gonna shut down and I'm gonna restart it. So I'm gonna go, sorry guys again for the shaky screen over there. Just click on restart, and gonna shut down, and we should be restarting in a minute. So as you can see over here, I'm holding my phone on the screen, so that's why it's a bit shaky. So I'm gonna wait till it restarts my computer, and once my computer restarts over here, as you can see, gonna click on restart now. Once you restart your computer, you will see this option. When you see this loading screen, click on press and enter key, and once you click on any key, as you can see over here, there is two options, either to go to Windows or to go to Swag OS 10. No, actually the Yosemite, or go to Windows NTFS. So if you see this video guys, a huge congratulations to guys, you have done everything correctly. Now you can either boot into Windows or either you can boot into Mac OS Yosemite. Congratulations. Now just click on the software that you want, and I'm going to click on Yosemite over here, and it is complete. So thank you guys for watching this video, and please subscribe, like and share my video if you liked it. And if you have any question and regarding the errors that caused during installing Yosemite, comment me in the comment below so that I can find a solution for you guys. So that's it guys. I'll see you next time with another video, and maybe mostly a Hackintosh video, because a lot of people do face a lot of errors. So if you want any solution to I have all the solution for all the errors, so you can ask in the description below. So thanks guys, see you next time.